You're exactly on the money. We don't want to jump to any conclusions, and yet it feels unwise to dismiss this kind of unease that not only one student had, but he talked about a number of them that didn't go to school today because what they've been hearing over these past couple of days. So obviously a lot still for us to learn. Our crews have fanned out all over the area in pursuit of those things.
Yes, right now Hank Winchester is at the hospital where some of the victims were taken. Hank, what can you tell us? What's the latest?
Karen, Devin, good afternoon to both of you. We do know at least one victim from the high school brought here to the hospital, McLaren in downtown Pontiac. This hospital location, one of the closest ERs to the high school in Oxford. Let me give you a live look behind me right now. You can see this is the main entrance to the emergency trauma part of the building here. You can also see hospital security out here, but it's what we saw earlier that really brings this investigation here into the hospital. Take a look at some videos. We saw agents with the FBI and also a team from the Oakland County Sheriff's Department making their way inside the trauma unit. Why is that significant? Well, it's significant because, as you heard Under Sheriff McCabe say, investigators are going through this minute by minute, talking to witnesses not only in the building, in the high school, but now bringing the investigation here to Pontiac, where we know there is at least one victim from this school shooting. They are trying to find out from those who witnessed this event exactly what happened and why this all transpired. We also know here in Pontiac that the hospital itself is on lockdown. That lockdown situation is unfolding, obviously, because of the events in the high school itself and the victims from the high school that were brought here. If you yourself are here coming for a medical test, if you're trying to make your way in to visit a family member, you are being turned away. Right at the main entrance here of the hospital, across from the trauma building, there is a guard. And if you make your way inside, they're being told that right now visitors are not allowed in the hospital because of this ongoing situation. The hospital itself not providing us any information regarding the condition of the patient that was brought here. We know at least one, or any information as to whether other patients and those who were shot were brought here to downtown Pontiac. We did see ambulances being escorted by police cars about an hour and a half ago, making their way around the back, which is the main ER entrance. That makes sense. And then, of course, you know, the major development regarding the investigation itself. As we heard McCabe talking about the investigation within the high school, well, obviously the investigation has to fan out and impact those who are directly involved, the victims of this shooting. And that is why we saw a team from the FBI and now teams from the Oakland County Sheriff's Department, which arrived here about an hour ago. We see at least two SUV cruisers. We see another vehicle around back, and they are likely inside talking with those who witnessed this tragic event, trying to figure out exactly what happened. We're waiting to get more information. I'm sorry, just one moment. Take a live look behind me. You can see some members of the FBI and police, I believe this is gang task force, have made their way out of the building. That's the agent that we saw make his way in about an hour and a half ago. And you see that that the security here from the hospital making their way over across the street here. We've seen that happen throughout most of the afternoon. That is people who may be asking if they can make their way inside. Maybe they have a medical appointment or they want to visit a family member. They're being turned away. Jason, is the agent, is he out of sight now? Okay, so it looks like the agents who were here have now made their way over to their vehicles. But I mean, that's a significant development. That shows you that obviously law enforcement working to get direct information and information from those who were impacted by this horrible event in Oxford, and this hospital being the closest to the high school itself. Obviously, they wanted to make sure that these students and possibly the teacher who was impacted by this shooting were able to get that medical attention as quickly as possible. This location here in Pontiac, the closest to the high school itself. Devin and Karen, back to both of you.